The 2025 MotoGP season was once again shaken by a surprising statement from 8-time world champion Marc Márquez. During a recent event, Marquez made a sharp and meaningful comment to Fabio Quartararo, one of his toughest rivals on the track. The statement immediately caught the attention of the paddock and sparked new speculation about their relationship and the increasingly heated competition this season. What exactly did Marquez say, and what was the hidden meaning behind his message to Quartararo? Let's discuss it. The 2025 MotoGP season has showcased Ducati's nearly perfect dominance. Since the 2024 Spanish Grand Prix, the Bologna-based manufacturer has set an extraordinary record: 21 consecutive wins by riders from both the factory and satellite teams. With the technical leadership of Gigi Dall'Igna and riders like Pecco Bagnaia, Jorge Martin, Enea Bastianini, and Marc Márquez, Ducati has built an impenetrable wall of power. However, like all dynasties, this dominance will not last forever. At the Bugatti circuit in Le Mans, in front of a packed French crowd, a veteran racer named Johann Zarco shook things up. Riding the RC213V owned by LCR Honda, Zarco performed like a gladiator, defeating Ducati in his homeland. This was not just any victory. It was a symbol that MotoGP has once again become an unpredictable event. For Marquez, Ducati's victory was a personal and professional achievement. Joining a factory team that used to be his archrival and making it his new home was an extraordinary transformation in his career. However, when asked about the victories of other teams, especially Honda and Yamaha, the baby alien revealed something surprising. "Of course, I'm happy if Ducati continues to win because it's my victory too. But for the good of MotoGP, it would be better if other manufacturers returned to the podium as well," Marquez said in an exclusive interview with Crash.net. According to Marquez, long-term dominance kills the competitive spirit of the sport. If people knew who would win every race, they would stop watching. But when Honda, Yamaha, Aprilia, and KTM are all fighting each other, that's real MotoGP, he added. The sign of revival now comes from Fabio Quartararo, once dubbed the savior of modern MotoGP. The Frenchman, nicknamed El Diablo, seems to be slowly finding the light again. After two disappointing seasons in 2023 and 2024, when Yamaha struggled with technological lag and lost direction, Quartararo nearly sank with his motorbike. However, at the iconic Le Mans circuit, his home turf, Fabio showed something different. He showed the fighting spirit of a world champion that has not run out, which made many people choke. He scored pole position in convincing fashion and performed aggressively from the start. Throughout the race, El Diablo put constant pressure on the Ducati riders, the fastest motorbikes on the grid. He fought relentlessly and never showed any fear, even though Yamaha's strength was not yet equal. Although he did not finish on the podium, all eyes were on the real thing. El Diablo was back. "I'm happy that he's back competing at the top," Marc Márquez said in a reverent tone during the post-race interview. "Fabio is a very talented rider and has given us great battles in the past. Now, with Yamaha looking more competitive, he can be a real threat again." For Marquez, Quartararo's return is about more than just the rivalry on the track. It's also about rekindling the passion of MotoGP, which had felt stale due to one manufacturer's sole dominance. El Diablo's presence suggests that an era of real battles may be starting again. MotoGP needs a shining star. Now, that flame is starting to appear again in Quartararo's eyes. But who is the mastermind behind Yamaha's surprising comeback? Massimo Bartolini is now being hailed as the savior of the blue team from Iwata. Bartolini, a pillar of Ducati's technical strength for over 2 decades, shocked the MotoGP world at the end of 2023 by leaving the championship-dominating team to join Yamaha, which was in decline at the time. Many considered Bartolini's decision to join Yamaha to be reckless and almost insane. Why would a top engineer choose to leave the superior Ducati for a struggling Yamaha project? For Bartolini, though, it wasn't about the comfort zone, the winning streak, or riding high. "Ducati was my home for 20 years, he told Motosan. "But when everything is too perfect, there's less room for challenges. I wanted to rebuild something from the ground up. Yamaha gave me that opportunity, and I couldn't refuse." Now, that transformation is starting to show. Under Bartolini's direction, the Yamaha M1 is slowly undergoing a metamorphosis. The electronics, which had previously been a weak point, are now much more stable. Rear wheel grip, a frequent complaint among riders, is showing significant improvement. Even the character of the inline-4 engine has been adjusted to compete at the front again, despite having once been considered obsolete compared to the V4 engines of Ducati and KTM. Bartolini doesn't just bring experience. He brings vision. It seems that Yamaha has found a new architect for its future. As we enter the 12th race of the season, Ducati's dominance on the MotoGP circuit is still very much felt. The Bologna-based manufacturer recorded 5 wins in the first 6 races, emphasizing their status as a major force in the modern era. Ducati's new star, Marc Márquez, performed impressively with 9 wins and 3 second-place finishes, placing him firmly at the top of the rider standings. However, as the season progressed, a shadow of threat began to loom. Fabio Quartararo once again proved his worth, and Johann Zarco appeared more stable and competitive. Meanwhile, KTM proved itself to be a new force to be reckoned with through young sensation Pedro Acosta. Aprilia did not want to be left behind, slowly but surely finding rhythm and consistency with Maverick Vinales. Marquez, with all his experience and instincts, knows that his dominance will not last forever without hard work. He knows a new wave of competition is approaching. Every time another manufacturer wins, it motivates me even more. It's a sign that they're getting closer, and we can't let our guard down, Marquez said. The season is long, and the competition is about to heat up. Ducati may still have the upper hand, but it's clear that they're not unbeatable. The 2025 MotoGP season still has many rounds left. The competition shows no signs of abating. On the contrary, the tension is rising. Now, Silverstone, the legendary circuit in England, is preparing to be the next battleground that will determine the outcome of the world title fight. Amid the intense spotlight on the title contenders, Marc Márquez has once again stolen the show. Since joining Ducati, the 8-time world champion has shown incredible speed and brought new spirit to the Borgo Panigale factory team. Gigi Dall'Igna, Ducati's technical director and the man behind the Italian manufacturer's revival, praised Marquez. He praised Marquez not only as a rider but also as a true leader on and off the track. He knows when to take risks and when to defend. He also knows how to motivate our engineers. He's not just fast, he's intelligent too, Dall'Igna said confidently. Despite Marquez's 2 serious accidents this season, Dall'Igna emphasized that they were not due to personal mistakes but rather the consequences of increasingly brutal races where every millisecond can mean the difference between victory and failure. The immense pressure, the demand for results, and the unpredictable circuit conditions are challenges for every elite rider. However, Gigi Dall'Igna has never doubted Marc Márquez's commitment. To him, Marquez is not just a talented rider. He is an irreplaceable part of the foundation of Ducati's ambitious project. Dall'Igna called Marquez a crucial element in the Bologna manufacturer's long-term mission, a project aimed not only at winning title after title but also at building an eternal legacy in MotoGP history. Will Marquez once again assert his dominance as the unstoppable matador? Or will his rivals rise up, mount a final resistance, and break the 8-time world champion's chain of power? Write your opinion below.